You know those little household quirks we all just kind of learn to live with? That drain that's always a bit slow, or the faucet that won't stop dripping? It's easy to just shrug them off. But what if those aren't just quirks? What if they're actually secrets? Secrets your home is trying to tell you. I'm talking about that sound. You know the one. You've just finished the dishes, or maybe you're draining the tub, and then you hear it. That weird gurgle bubbling up from the pipes. It's so easy to just ignore it, right? Just another noise the house makes. But what is it really trying to say?
Well, what if I told you that sound, that tiny, seemingly harmless annoyance, is actually an early warning, a sign that something much, much bigger is brewing just out of sight? And that's exactly what we're going to get into today.
See, your house has its own language. It uses these little sounds, smells, and subtle signs to tell you when something's not right. The real trick is, well, it's knowing how to listen.
And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. This isn't about being paranoid or worrying about every little creak. It's about being smart, being proactive. Because catching these early warnings, that's the difference between a simple, easy fix and an absolute wallet-draining catastrophe.
Okay, so let's circle back to that gurgling drain. What is it actually trying to tell us? Because it's not just random noise, it's a symptom. And the secret it's hiding is, well, probably a lot more serious than you think.
So here's the science, put simply. That gurgling, it's literally the sound of your plumbing system gasping for air. See, air gets trapped behind some kind of blockage deep down in the pipes. And when water tries to squeeze past, that trapped air escapes as bubbles, and that's the sound you hear. It's a textbook sign that something is blocking the flow, way down the line.
And that blockage, it can be really serious. We're not talking about a little clump of hair right at the top of the drain. No, this could be years and years of grease that's built up and hardened like concrete inside your pipes. Or even worse, tree roots that have literally busted through your sewer line. To put it bluntly, that little gurgle is your plumbing's last-ditch cry for help before, you guessed it, a potential sewage backup.
So, what's the first thing most of us do? We run to the store and grab a bottle of chemical drain cleaner, right? But here's the thing. That can actually make the problem a whole lot worse. Those super harsh chemicals, they don't just eat the clog, they can eat away at your actual pipes, too. Real pros use tools like snakes or something called hydrojetting. Think of it like a power washer for the inside of your pipes that clears everything out safely without destroying your plumbing.
All right, let's switch gears to another one of those minor issues. The constant drip, drip, drip. You know that little sound you hear late at night? It might just be costing you a lot more than a good night's sleep.
Now get this, it is seriously hard to believe, but a single faucet dripping just once a second wastes over 1,000 gallons of water in a year. 1,000 gallons. That's enough water for tons and tons of showers. It's just a staggering amount of waste from something that seems so tiny. And the cost isn't just on your water bill. Oh no. A slow, steady leak, especially one you can't see, like under a sink or inside a wall, that creates the perfect storm for destruction. That constant moisture, it leads to rotting wood, drywall that just crumbles, and the big one, dangerous mold. We're talking stuff that can damage not just your house's structure, but your family's health. So, how in the world do you find a leak you can't even see? Well, you have to play detective. First, listen. When the house is completely quiet and you know no water is running, can you hear a faint hissing sound anywhere? And then, look. Keep an eye out for any mysterious damp spots on your ceilings or walls. These are the little breadcrumbs telling you it's time to investigate.
The good news is, investigating these hidden problems doesn't mean taking a sledgehammer to your walls anymore. Thankfully, modern tech has totally changed the game when it comes to finding and fixing those issues lurking behind the scenes.
I mean, it used to be a total homeowner's nightmare. Plumbers literally had to start cutting open walls and floors just guessing where the problem might be. It was messy, it was expensive, and it was a huge disruption. But today, the approach is much more like surgery than it is demolition.
So here's how it works now, and it's pretty amazing. If there's a suspected issue in your sewer line, a pro can feed a tiny, high-def waterproof camera right into the pipe. This gives them a live video feed of exactly what's going on down there. Is it a crack? Are there tree roots? Is the whole pipe collapsing? The camera shows them the exact problem at the exact location, and that means the repair can be targeted with surgical precision, which saves time, money, and your walls.
And for a big job like a sewer repair, the difference this makes is, well, it's just stunning. The old way, digging a giant trench right through your beautiful yard. The new, trenchless way,
They fix the pipe from the inside. We're talking about a job that takes a day or two instead of a week or more. It saves your lawn, it saves your driveway, and it saves you a massive headache. It is, no exaggeration, a complete game changer. And there are a couple of really cool ways they do this. One is called pipelining. Basically, they insert a flexible liner into your old pipe, and it hardens into a brand new, super strong pipe inside the old one. Then there's pipe bursting, which does exactly what it sounds like. It pulls a new pipe through while breaking the old, damaged one apart. Either way, you end up with a flawless new pipe that can last for 50 years or even more. So with all this incredible tech out there, how do you make sure you're hiring the right team when you hear that gurgle or spot that leak? Because let's be honest, choosing the right pro is every bit as important as the tools they bring with them.
Okay, so here's your checklist. First, experience is huge. A company that's been around for decades has definitely proven they know what they're doing. Next, always check for proper licensing and insurance. You also want someone who's totally transparent with their pricing, no surprises. Make sure they use these modern diagnostic tools we've been talking about. And finally, they've got to be available when you need them, especially for those middle-of-the-night emergencies.
And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? All these little secrets your home is hiding, they're really just warnings. The real power is in your hands. It's about recognizing these signs for what they are and taking action before a small problem becomes a giant disaster. So, the next time you hear a weird gurgle or see that little drip, I hope you'll remember what it could really mean. These aren't just quirks to ignore. It's your home trying to talk to you. The question is, now that you know its language, are you ready to listen?